If you're new to strength training and you're not sure where to start, don't worry, I got you covered. Today, I'm gonna take you through a simple yet very effective full body workout that you could do right at home, no fancy equipment needed. Plus, if you have access to a gym, I'm gonna show you how to level up some of these movements with easy substitutions. This is a workout that I've taken almost all of my new clients through because it builds a really great foundation for you to move better, feel better, and eventually look better. I'm gonna be releasing 2 more videos with workouts just like this so that you have a full workout plan that you could do for the next 4 weeks. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so that you could be alerted when those 2 videos drop. All right, let's get into this workout. We're going to start our warm-up off with some leg lowers. During this movement, you want to keep your lower back in contact and press down through the floor. You're going to take in a big inhale through your nose and slowly lower one of your heels to the floor and exhale as you pull that leg back up. If this is a little too challenging on your lower back or core muscles, then you could place a strap around your non-moving leg and complete all reps on one side before moving to the other side. Next, we have cat-cows. You're going to take in a big inhale as you curve your lower back, drop your belly down, and bring your gaze towards the ceiling. You're then going to exhale as you tuck your tailbone, pulling your belly button towards your spine, and drop your head. These adductor rocks are going to help you stretch your inner thigh muscles. Like the name hints, you're going to rock your hip back to your heels as you extend the other leg out, trying to keep it straight the whole movement. I like to pause for a second or two as I bring my hip to my heel. On your last rep of adductor rocks, I want you to keep your hip on your heel and really feel that inner thigh stretch while we work on some mobility of the upper back. I'm going to place my right hand down in front of the leg that's kneeling, put my left hand behind my head, and try to rotate my left elbow as far back towards the wall behind me as I can without lifting my hip off of my heel or my hand from the back of my head. You're then going to repeat that on the other side. Next, we have half kneeling ankle rocks. We're going to bring our leg out to about a 45-degree angle and make sure that our ankle is slightly behind our knee like mine is here. So my knee is not directly above my ankle. You're then going to use your arm to help guide your knee towards the tip of your toes without lifting your heel off of the ground. This movement will stretch out the inside of the thigh a bit more and provide a great calf stretch. Now we're going to move on to our dynamic warm-up to help get our heart rates up. You could skip this step if you'd rather walk on a treadmill, walk outside, or do some other form of moderate intensity cardio for like 5 to 10 minutes. For the eccentric body squats, you want to take 4 to 5 seconds to get to the bottom of your squat. So we're moving slowly, feeling our muscles work, and then pausing for a half second as we get to the lowest point of our squat, and then we come up nice and quick. Next, we have a single leg reach. You want to keep a slight bend in the working leg or the leg that does not lift off the ground. You're then going to reach forward, kicking your heel back towards the room behind you, which allows you to drop your chest down towards the floor. If you need to regain your balance between reps by placing your foot lightly on the floor, that's totally fine. Next, we have inchworms. You're going to walk your hands out until you are in a high plank position, then start to walk your toes up to your hands as much as you can before you restart and move on to your next rep. Lastly, you'll complete 20 seconds of butt kicks. You want to literally kick your own butt with your heels, hence the name butt kick. Great job with the warm-up. Now let's get into the actual workout. The first exercise we have is an overhead slam using either a pillow or a weighted medicine ball if you have one. I'm going to pull the pillow or ball into my hips as I push them slightly backwards. I'm then going to pull the pillow over my head, extending through my knees and toes, and then slam the pillow down as hard as I can using my whole body. We're pairing this exercise with jump squats. The goal of this exercise is to jump as high as I can, but land as softly as possible. So to jump nice and high, I have to reset myself each rep. Notice that these aren't continuous jumps without any breaks in between reps. Both of these exercises are going to help us work on explosiveness, getting our heart rates up, and help us develop lean muscle mass. Next, we have dumbbell goblet squats, which means that I'll be holding my weight at my chest to add some resistance to this movement. With squats, you want to allow your knees to track forward towards your toes as much as you can and try to keep your chest as upright as possible. If the weight is too heavy, you may experience your chest falling very far forward towards your knees. If that happens, just ditch the weight or grab a much lighter one and focus on nailing the form rather than how much you're lifting. We'll be pairing that with a single arm bent over row. Notice how my back stays flat throughout the whole movement, meaning there isn't any lower or upper back arching. You want to start with the dumbbell under your chest and then pull your hand into the bottom of your rib cage and pause for a half second to really connect your back muscles with this movement. You're then moving on to either single leg reaches like we did in our warm-up or single leg deadlifts if you're feeling good and comfortable with your balance and form. For the single leg reaches, it's always helped my clients if they have something to actually reach out and touch. You're looking to feel a stretch in your hamstring on your non-moving leg as you reach your hand forward and kick your heel back towards the room behind you. The same form applies for weighted single leg deadlifts, except we want to lower our hands down right over the arches of our feet rather than out in front of us. Both of these exercises are great for balance and single leg strength. You'll be pairing this exercise with dumbbell floor presses or dumbbell incline bench presses, which we'll see in a second. For either exercise, you want to slightly tuck your elbows into the sides of your body, so you'll notice that my elbows aren't going directly out to the side of my shoulders. Also, for both exercises, we do not want our hands to collapse over our chest as we bend our arms and lower them. Instead, your hands should be almost directly on top of your elbows. All right, last two exercises. First, we have dumbbell hammer curls or cable bicep curls if you have access to a gym or a cable machine. For both exercises, you'll notice that I'm not swaying my body to use momentum to get the weights up. I have my feet shoulder width apart, I'm squeezing my butt, and I'm tightening my abs to help keep me upright and stable. Then we have elbow plank holds to finish off this workout. We want your shoulders stacked on top of your elbows, your hands shoulder width apart, and your feet either pressed together or hip width apart. To keep your back flat without curving, I want you to think about pulling your belt buckle to your belly button and squeezing your butt cheeks together like you're trying to keep a quarter in them. If you need to drop to your knees as a regression, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you do not shift your hips back over your knees. I hope you all enjoyed this workout, and I will hopefully see you on the next one so I could teach you your second workout of the week.